Good evening, sir. Good evening. Very good afternoon.
Nervous हो आयुष?
No, sir.
ठीक है. You want water? You want something?
No, sir.
ठीक है. तो I am Ajay Singh. I am heading K12 UG section for Adda. We have Amit sir. Amit sir is heading product of Adda, and we have Ashima ma'am. She is heading marketing for us. So we'll be having a mock discussion today. The idea is to replicate the actual interview that you'll go through at Rohtak, right? This is for IIM Rohtak, right? So बताओ Ayush, tell me something about yourself.
Hello, sir. My name is Ayush Raj Singh. I'm from New Delhi. I have completed my class 10 from Mayo International School. I achieved 96% in my class 10 board examinations, after which I opted commerce with mathematics for my class 12. In my class 12th, I again achieved 96% marks in my board examinations. I also like to play football, and I was my school team's captain for 2 years in class 11th and 12th. I am also a chess player. I achieved 1500 rating in chess.com, which is the highest 4% in the world. I was also board number 1 in my school. I love to read, love reading books in my free time, specifically in biography, philosophy, and fictional sections.
Great, you have a background in mathematics, right?
Yes.
So why do you want to do an MBA? Is it aligning to your goals?
Yes, sir. My goals in my future, I want to work in a knowledge sector, specifically financial consultancy. So I think working in the program of IPM will help me a lot in achieving this goal of mine.
Okay, but I think CA would be more suited for it, right?
I think, in my opinion, financial consultancy in the biggest firms of the world, you have to have a knowledge of almost all the fields. And the best part about IPM, specifically from IIM Rohtak, is it will help me get together with the best minds in almost all of the country, from IITs, from SRCC, from different biggest colleges. So I think that's why I'm more oriented towards the IPM program.
So if you have to compare two options, first you do a CA and then go for MBA, versus you go for a IPMAT, basically 5-year integrated course, right? What would you prefer?
I would prefer to go for integrated program, because the best part about this program is I am able to get into an IIM and IIM's ecosystem at a young age. So it will help me become more suitable towards the knowledge firms. It will help me grow a lot faster than other people who will get only 2 years to work for it.
Mm-hmm. Understood.
But ऐसा क्या होगा? What will happen there?
I think
you get an additional 3 years, that we understand.
Mm-hmm.
But what is it specifically in the IIM ecosystem जो आपको लग रहा है which will help you?
I think what differentiates IIM from all the other elite schools in India is it will provide me not only with the experience of finance and commerce, it will also provide me the experience of knowledge sector like technology and other engineering related courses, because the IIM curriculum specifically inscribes IIT related mathematics. So I think that's the reason I am more oriented towards management, IPM management.
So what else is there in the curriculum? Have you gone through the curriculum? What do we teach in the first 3 years? Roughly, broadly, what are the subjects that are?
Specifically, the degree we get is BBA degree, but even in that BBA degree, it is very much different from other schools like Shahid Sukhdev, because in terms of degrees courses, other schools teach specifically about business, finances, and commerce. But in IIM, we also get to learn about different languages. We get to learn about engineering, mathematics, and sometimes they also teach us about physics and chemistry, which is completely out of our course of commerce. So I think that's what differentiates IPM from other BBA and MBA degrees.
And how would you compare it with other IIMs?
In Rohtak specifically?
For example, if you were to pursue this integrated course, how would you rate IIM Rohtak versus others?
I think IIM Rohtak is the best place for me to go in terms of going for IPM, specifically because it has one of the most prestigious, one of the most oldest IPM courses, most experienced teachers and professors in terms of this course. And secondly, it has something which others IIMs do not offer, which is the connectivity with Delhi NCR region. Delhi NCR is heartland of our India and also the focal point of all the technological and financial progress we make in this country. So I think that's why I am more inclined towards joining IIM Rohtak.
How do you feel when you play chess?
Uh, I feel really relaxed while playing chess. I am also a very competitive player, so I sometimes I feel stressed while I'm playing someone with a higher ELO rating than me. But I really like playing chess.
But you said two very opposite things.
Mm.
You said you feel relaxed, and then you said you get stressed also when you play against a good player.
Yes. The thing is, I really like playing chess. So in terms of that, I feel very calm when someone invites me to play chess. But sometimes I feel like I'm being very much competitive about it. That's why I start stressing out between games.
What does that tell you about your personality?
I think the most, I would say, open book thing about this my personality, which it tells about my personality, is I'm a very competitive person. I like to keep growing. I like to always win things. That's something. And also it tells me that I love to stay around people. I love to talk to my competitors even while playing the match, even though it is sometimes discouraged. I like to talk to them. I like to learn what they did, what I missed during the game, and learn from their point of view as well.
So if you talk about this competitiveness, tell me two things that has worked for you and two things that has not worked for you. Obviously, everything has its pros and cons. Right?
I think things which have worked for me is always obviously related to my career. I always been the best player in my school, one of the best students in my school, no matter what the subjects are. So I think that is something. Another advantage I got was my teachers and my family always appreciated me. My juniors always looked up to me. But in terms of cons, obviously there are many. For example, sometimes my friends get discouraged because of that. They say I'm being too competitive. I'm not really fun to be around. So I think that's a con, I would say, because of this nature of mine.
But once you, so let's suppose you get into Rohtak, right?
Yes.
So every student that you see would be good at something, right? So winning at every place, that is not practical, right? So how will you take that?
I would always like to take this as a learning opportunity. Whenever I am around someone who is better than me in any activity, no matter what it is, I always like to learn about that activity. For example, I met a person a few days ago. She was a really good dancer. I never tried dancing in my life, but I was very much curious about how she did it, from where she started, and all those things. So I would like to learn about those things from them.
Who is your role model and why is he or she is your role model?
My role model is Cristiano Ronaldo from football. So the most obvious reason is he's the greatest footballer according to me that has ever existed. But there is also other reasons. For example, if you look at the background of Cristiano, there was no way he could have even made into a team in top flight football of Europe. He was a very poor child. He didn't have the physicality we require in football. He didn't have the speed. And he was working as a janitor at the age of 16. Most of the time, professional footballers at the age of 16 break into their best teams, break into their best forms. At that time, he was working as a janitor in Portugal. But what he did was he never lost that determination. He always tried to become better. And third, and the best thing I see about Ronaldo is he's the first player in the world to play in 6 different World Cups. Reason for that is his adaptability with time. First, he started as a winger, as a midfielder. As he started to grow older and slower, he started to go to positions and adapting to positions who are more inclined to his current form, like striking positions. So I think adaptability and dynamic nature of his position, all these 3 things always inspired me a lot. So that's why Cristiano Ronaldo is my role model.
Who are world top 3 footballers?
Actually, there are a lot of discrepancies in that, because some people might say a person who has scored the most goals are the best footballers. Some people might say people who are the best defenders are the best footballers. But as of a consensus in football, people would say first and second are obviously Messi and Ronaldo, and third is Pele from Brazil.
Football में ना there was a rule change. I think very recently offside का.
Yes.
what was that rule? Can you recall?
Yes, sir. Actually, before that rule change, the offside rule stated that if a striker is running towards a goal post, there has to be at least one defender who is completely ahead of the striker, or else the goal will not be counted. It will be disallowed as offside. But the new rule states that even if the very small part of your body is behind a line which you use to run, for example, the feet are behind the defender, then still you will be counted onside because you don't use your upper body or upper torso to score goals. So we won't count that as offside.
क्या rule था? What's the name of this rule?
I don't specifically remember the name of this rule.
No worries.
Offside.
Then the
Describe 2 incidents in your life that has greatly impacted you. Whatever decisions you take.
Yes. First decision which greatly impacted my life, I would say, is the end of class 10 while choosing my stream, because my family, since my great grandfather has always been of engineers. We have went to IITs, we have went to NITs. My father and all 4 of his brothers, all are engineers. So choosing commerce with maths, I would say, was the first biggest decision I took in my life. And second was choosing the course in which I would be going, because there was a lot of talks about in my house. Some said I should go for law, some said I should go for CA. So choosing IPM program specifically was the second biggest decision I took in my life.
So आगे ना management, in the field of management, how do you think AI will transform or bring changes in the way managers work or deal with problem solving? Even if at a later stage, or have you started to use AI as of now? Is it impacting you? Are you leveraging it as of now?
Yes, sir. I have started using AI because it's obviously a very transformative technology. If you graduate its pace or say I won't be using it, so you will be obviously going way behind in time than other of your competitors or your peers. Using AI is very important in life and almost a crucial element in any big corporation now. I started using AI for routine tasks. For example, I used to set alarm clocks or make schedules with my own hands, when I am going to study, when I am going to stop. So I started using AI and using its metrics to determine how much time should I divert towards each subject, how much time should I divert towards playing or learning about chess or anything else. So it helped me a lot in scheduling, first of all. Second thing, while doing research in my project works during my class 12th, I had 3 or 4 different projects in business studies, economics and accounts. So for researching those projects, AI helped me a lot because I never had to web scrap each website or go on each and every link. AI did it all that for me and also translated it into a very well-structured document. So I would say that is where I used AI a lot.
So if we talk about adoption of AI in different sectors, finance has been, I think, the laggard, right? Why do you think the adoption of AI has not been there in finance? Because you belong to that domain, right?
I think the major reason for not using AI in finance, it always breaks down to 2 specific reasons. First of all, there is not enough progress and specialization. Finance is a field that requires a lot of experience, a lot of specialization when you do it. AI, even today, when we see AI in fields like creativity, which it has been trained for almost 4 years now, even in those fields, AI is not doing as per it should be, as per the mark. It is not that good. So using AI in a field like finance, where it is not that trained, so it is not, I won't say it is very much of a practical choice using it there. And second thing, I would say finance is a very crucial element in every department. It is almost a heartland of every corporation. So no one is going to risk using AI first there. People would likely do, what they would do is they will gradually gravitate towards it.
See, I think there is one saying, once there is some kind of wave, or if somebody is, or maybe if everybody is using something, and if you don't use it, you get behind, right? So we have seen AI getting better, right? 2 years back it was not delivering as it is delivering right now, right?
Yeah.
So I think any sector, I think, if they start using it, they will learn how to use it, right? Challenges with finance might be very different. I think one of the main challenges it faces is basically compliance. You cannot do anything that is out of compliance, right? So that can be one of the major issues, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you have to tackle that issue, what would you suggest? What should be done?
I think the best way to teach any artificial intelligence, I think, is to make it do things, make it go do practical problem solving. So the easiest way I think to tackle this problem would be to start using AI in the very minute sectors of finance. Because even if it makes any errors, there won't be a very heart-wrenching loss. So even if it makes mistakes, let's keep using it on those minute problems, on those small issues which we are facing, and gradually and surely in some time it will definitely get better, and pretty soon it will start doing the work at the top-notch level which we require in those fields.
Okay.
Just one last question from my end.
Yes.
You have mentioned about multiple achievements in terms of chess and other things.
Yes.
How do you generally manage your studies and the extracurricular that you do?
Since I was really young, I started doing all those extracurricular activities. So at start, when the pressure of education was very less, like in class 6th or 7th, it was easily manageable for me. So I gave those activities a first priority. So doing these activities since a very tender age, I would say, made me get a kind of advantage than others. So now when I give my education first priority, which I always do, since I was in class 9th, I always gave my education the first priority over these activities. Even if I prioritize my education, I never lack in those skills. I still win things. So I think that's why I am able to manage these activities together.
ठीक है. Okay, Ayush. I think that too. ठीक है, Ayush. So nice talking to you.
Thanks.
We'll get back. We'll come back. So,
Thank you.
थोड़ा सा briefly, वैसे तो we have written some of the points here. We'll give this to you also. And overall, it was really good. But there is always a scope. कहते हैं ना, biggest room is for improvement. So we will double down mostly on those points which we feel there can be improvement. Otherwise, overall level we have given that we are highly recommended. So first of all, there is no doubt, but we want you to improve further. That is the whole idea. You have also come here from this only here.
Yes.
For improvement areas. So one is थोड़ा सा आपका resume, CV आपने जो बनाया. This can be.
I think you can do it in 2 pages, not more than that.
उसकी font finance कर
It should be readable, that's it.
now 2 page max. हो सकता है 1 page भी अभी तो उनका experience कुछ है ही नहीं.
And also, don't put paragraphs, just put points. I think 2-3 points are good enough.
Okay.
Actually, you have written a poem here.
No. Actually, I worked for मतलब एक poet है, उनका नाम है विशाल कुमार. तो उनके साथ मैंने काम किया था इस चीज में.
But just write pointers.
Okay.
Like you have mentioned numbers also. I think that should be good.
Yes.
and try to close points in one line. I think that is good enough. Or maybe you have used font size छोटा करो, anyway that should be. तो ये font size छोटा करके इसको ठीक से करो, academic का section ठीक से बनाओ, फिर आप ये वाले parts बना लो, academic में proper लिखो किस साल का क्या pass out है, 10th कब का है, 12th कब का है, तो academic format आप देख सकते हो. हाँ, जैसे this one is better, इसके आगे results डाल देता, that could have been even better. तो पहले एक simple एक overview ये मिल जाता है, and then you can play around with this. But the best part is it is very concise.
Yes.
आपका font and all is it looks कि unfinished है, WIP work in progress वाला. हट लगे. ठीक है. तो this is one है ना, इसको थोड़ा आप लिख लें. This is one. फिर हमने क्या लिखा हुआ है? देखो हमने briefly मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. ले देके ना, they will ask you your strengths and your weakness, है ना, in different forms. या तो directly बोल देंगे, या इन some other way पूछ लेंगे कि for example tell me आपके teacher ने क्या इम्प्रूवमेंट एरिया बताया था, आपके मेंटर ने आपको कब क्या इम्प्रूवमेंट एरिया बताया. दिस इज नथिंग बट द सेम क्वेश्चन ओनली, तुम क्या. सो यहाँ पे इन दिस सेक्शन आपको सो आपने बताया कि माय एकेड्स इज माय स्ट्रेंथ व्हिच इट इज, दिख भी रहा है ना, कुछ दिख रहा है. वीकनेस में आपने थोड़ा सा इसको एक्सप्लेन कर दिया, या इसमें में आपने खुद एक्सेप्ट किया कि यार मैं थोड़ा, हाँ, बिकॉज पीपल ट्रीट मी लाइक आई एम कॉम्पिटिटिव, थोड़ा मेरा नेटवर्किंग कम हो जाती है, मेरा फ्रेंड सर्कल कम हो जाता है. सो रिहर्स इट बेटर, पिच इट बेटर. You can stick to the same point because ये genuine point है, आपको लग रहा है. So we don't want you to make up with any other false point. But इसको थोड़ा सा prepare ठीक से करो. कि while at the same time I feel this, but देखो weakness भी क्या होती है? Weakness is an opportunity to show that you are improving and you want to improve. So for example, a weakness could be कि मैं बहुत micromanage करता हूँ. अब ये मेरी weakness है, but at the same time it also shows कि कहीं ना कहीं मैं बहुत ज़्यादा deep dive करके चीज़ों को monitor करता हूँ.
Yes.
तो थोड़ा पिच बेटर कर लेना इसको. दैट इज वन पॉइंट, वी हैव रिटन इट हियर, आप इसको गो थ्रू भी कर सकते हो बाद में. वी रियली लाइक दैट यू वर वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट, यू वर मेंटेनिंग अ वेरी गुड आई कांटेक्ट, यू वर स्विचिंग बिटवीन हु वाज आस्किंग यू द क्वेश्चन एंड देन आंसरिंग हिम और हर, एंड इन अ वेरी कंसिस्टेंट पेस. यू डिड नॉट लुक और फील कि कभी आप हरिडली बता रहे हो, कभी स्लो बता रहे हो. वेरी कंसिस्टेंट पेस, इट वाज वेरी. एक पॉइंट यहाँ पे है कि जो आई एम रोहतक का क्वेश्चन आएगा ना, या कहीं का भी क्वेश्चन आएगा, आप जहाँ पे भी जाओगे दे वुड आस्क यू, इवन इफ यू गो फॉर अ कंपनी दे वुड आस्क यू व्हाई डू यू वांट टू जॉइन अस, व्हाई डू यू वांट टू जॉइन अड्डा. दैट डजंट मीन यू वुड हैव टू से कि यार अड्डा इज द बेस्ट और आई एम रोहतक इज द बेस्ट, पीरियड. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. यू वुड से दैट इट इज अमंगस्ट द बेस्ट फॉर दिस रीजन, फॉर वन और टू रीजन. हेंस आई एम वेरी इंस्पायर्ड, मोटिवेटेड एटसेट्रा, लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू जॉइन दिस फॉर दिस रीजन, है ना. तो यू कैन बी रैशनल इन दैट. ये थोड़ा सा पॉइंट फाइनेंस से भी रिलेट हो रहा था. फाइनेंस वाले पॉइंट में भी एंड कहीं पे भी यू कुड हैव, जैसे उन्होंने पूछा था आपका एआई इन फाइनेंस इज स्टिल लगा, व्हिच इज ट्रू, इट इज देयर, बट यू कुड हैव उसको थोड़ा कवर अप कर सकते हो कि व्हाइल आई एम नॉट श्योर कि एग्जैक्ट डेवलपमेंट एआई का फाइनेंस के किस स्टेज में हुआ है. दिस शोज कि आप हम्बल हो एंड यू आर विलिंग टू आंसर इट इन अ वे, यू आर नॉट स्ट्रेट अवे जंपिंग टू द कंक्लूजन दैट आप कोई सीनियर जज नहीं हो उस पॉइंट के. बट देन यू कुड हैव सेड कि हाँ, इसके पीछे ये लॉजिक है, इसके पीछे ये रैशनैलिटी स्टिल पिकिंग अप, आई फील दिस इज. तो आप थोड़ा सा रैशनल है, थोड़ा सा एक्सेप्ट भी कर सकते हो कि इसमें मेरी, या कोई भी नॉलेज, मतलब कोई भी, आप बहुत कॉन्फिडेंटली बोलो. जैसे मैंने वो नाम पूछा था उस रूल का, यू एक्सप्लेन द रूल वेल, मोस्टली वेल, दो इट कुड हैव बीन पुट इन थोड़ा सा बेटर वे, बट देन यू कैन एक्सेप्ट कि आई एम मिसिंग द नेम, वेरी कॉन्फिडेंटली आई एम मिसिंग द नेम, बट आई रिमेंबर दैट दिस वाज द एग्जैक्ट आउटकम ऑफ दैट रूल. तो रैशनल लेना इज वन थिंग, बस एक ये था. दूसरा हमने लिखा था कि हाँ, प्लीज गो थ्रू द सिलेबस ऑफ, जैसे हम आयन रोहतक का या बोलो, तो जैसे आपने बीबीए का आपने शहीद सुखदेव से कुछ कंपैरिजन किया था. आइडियली आप इसका ना थोड़ा सिलेबस देख लो कि फर्स्ट ईयर में क्या पढ़ा है. सो फॉर एग्जांपल मैथ्स एंड स्टैट्स इज देयर, साइकोलॉजी इज देयर, फर्स्ट में, सेकंड में एग्जैक्ट दिख लेना, साइकोलॉजी है, सोशियोलॉजी है, एथिक्स है, बिजनेस लॉ है. देन यू कैन से दैट इट्स अ वेरी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव course. The first year itself I'll be learning this. So this syllabus is available on the website. आप जाके वो go through कर सकते हो. Exact terms आपको subjects पता होना चाहिए कि business law है या कोई और law, ethics है first year में या second year में, mathematics है, statistics है, और क्या क्या पार्ट है जो आप बोल के रहते हैं, maths वाला पार्ट है. तो एक बार वो go through कर लेना, then you can put it up better कि मेरे को काफी holistic learning मिल रही है. The first year itself I was going through the syllabus, 3 साल में ये है, but in the first year itself this and the networking part जो आप बोल भी रहते हैं, that is also good. उसको भी थोड़ा सा पिच बेटर कर लो networking part को भी, कि how will it help you in the long run. ये बहुत होता है. So after आपका alumni network अगर strong होता है, तो आप जिस भी फील्ड में स्पेशलाइज कर रहे हो, you would have good people to bank upon or to discuss upon. In the later stages of life, say 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, आपके पास एक अच्छा alumni group होगा who would be who's who of in their industry or in your industry in some other company. And so this is the network that plays a lot in the long.
Yes.
ठीक है, बस यही था आई थिंक, है ना. कुछ मिस तो नहीं मैंने किया. आई थिंक बाकी हमने लिख भी दिया इसमें, कुछ माइनर पॉइंट मिस होगा तो यार, बट वी हैव ओवरऑल वी फील दैट इट इज हाईली रिकमेंडेड, यू शुड बी थ्रू.
Thank you.
चलो यार, आयुष, थैंक यू यार.